स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Today, let me tell something about Gita Jayanti. Today is Gita Jayanti. A auspicious day, Margashirsha Shukla Ekadashi is being celebrated. All people who are dedicated to their own spiritual evolution and have faith in God's grace, in providence, and long to transcend the limitations of nature, internal and external, go beyond and enter into the life eternal. Shri Krishna is supposed to have given, and it is vouchsafed by the realizations of the sages that in Dwapara Yuga, on the same day, Krishna delivered this immortal message to humanity through Arjuna. It is immortal message, a message, a lamp that never puts off. In some way or the other, it will be again and again reaching the mankind, because it is based on eternal principles, everlasting laws of nature that governs human life and all lives on earth, and the whole universe is governed by these laws. It is based on that, not on your faith, not on your reasoning, not your capabilities, or not anything of this world. It is dependent entirely on the will of the Lord, by whose will the whole universe is appearing and disappearing, time and again in a cyclic way. So say, from the same source from where we all came, the eternal message to go back to the source and all aspects of life and existence is being flowing in different ways. Just like water, to keep the fresh and clean water coming and again to every part of this earth, nature has made an arrangement. Rain, water evaporates, dirty water evaporates, clean, fresh clouds drop down, again and again, pure water, crystal clear. Nothing exists in it, no form of dirt, no form of impurity. Like that, the arrangement is there in this universe for the sake of jivas, especially for humans, because they are bound by the law of karma. So all jivas are bound by the law of karma, but karma adhikara to perform get the fruit of karma is not there in other lives other than humans because of the presence of intellect which is not there in all other species other than human. An intellect which can utilize the resources of nature and make a beautiful living here, and also that intellect which can take the man beyond universe, beyond nature, beyond creation, into the eternal existence. So this capacity is not there in any other species on this earth and wherever it is within the universe. So this eternal message, what do we mean by eternal message? I am trying to tell you. Bhagavad Gita, by grace of Vyasa, Sanjaya is able to visualize, see and report to Dhritarashtra sitting in his palace. He is witnessing the far off happening war and reporting. Bhagavad Gita, the Vishwarupa Darshana in it, and all things, every word, every conversation between Arjuna and Krishna, the ceremonies, various things what Krishna expounded, expressed, told, was reported, and its report is there with us as Bhagavad Gita. And this message contains all the human dimensions of existence and life. Whatever is there as human existence, its sthiti gati, what is going to happen, why it is happening, how it is happening, every bit of information is there in Bhagavad Gita. There is nothing excluded about the understanding of these three entities, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. What is Jiva? What is Prakriti? What is Ishvara? That's why at the end of every chapter we get this. Suppose Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Pratamodhyayam, Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastre, Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama. How does it begin? Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so plural is used. It is not one. It is a vast, informative, every word is like a Gita, every chapter is like a Gita, every shloka is like a Gita. Gita Su, Upanishatsu, starting Om Tat Saditi, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishatsu. Upanishad is a part of Vedas. Vedas are supposed to be the supreme and ultimate message of the reality. Satyanveshana, if you do, what realization you get ultimately? The search for or inquiry into the reality. Is this world real? Am I real as a body? Go on inquiring. And what is reality? What is reality? Because everything is entering into past. I saw my childhood has gone away, not to be seen, not to be perceived. Nobody knows I existed also. My great-grandfather, a person like that existed, nobody knows. It has gone away. Then what is reality? How do you describe reality? That is unaffected by time, past, present and future. What comes within the time and space is perishable. It is not real. To know what is reality, you have to go beyond time and space, beyond mind and senses. So that knowledge which you get by sitting at the feet of Lord or a Guru who represents God, Upanishad, and get that supreme knowledge. That knowledge is there in this. The ultimate reality, knowledge of the ultimate reality is there. Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam. Two specific knowledges. One is Paravidya, one is Aparavidya. Aparavidya is secular knowledge with which we will do the living in this world. Paravidya is by which we transcend the nature and go beyond, enter the transcendental existence and know what is eternal and be in that ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. So, this Brahma Vidya is one which makes you eternal, which makes you divine, which gives you back your lost identity, which unites you with your source, which takes you to your eternal home. That knowledge is Brahma Vidya, which binds you to body and makes you take birth and death, is secular knowledge. Brahma Vidya includes what is secular knowledge and how to come out of the bindings of this universe. Both aspect is fully given. How to live, the most important part of this Bhagavad Gita is how to live in the world and attain God, which is not, Vedas are there, it will give you what you want in this world. And all things about the God, what is God. But how to live in the world and to attain God is not there in all scriptures. The important two scriptures we have today is Bhagavad Gita and Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, which are the philosophies of life, how to live in the world and attain. So this is an important thing that we see in Bhagavad Gita. And in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tries to bring all yogas, all possible ways of realizing God. Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, whatever, beginning with the Atma, Anatma Viveka in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You are not at all this body. Arjuna selects Lord, the Supreme Lord of the universe, as his charioteer, to drive his chariot. And he has subjected himself to such a person who knows, who can play with the minds, like Vinayakanandaji used to say about Ramakrishna. He can, like clay molding, Sri Ramakrishna can mold anybody like that. And he is master psychologist and playing with. He can do and undo anything. To him he has gone and surrendered his reins. Now he will take care. And he has brought the chariot exactly in front of his gurus, Drona, Bhishma, Drona, Sammukhatah. He goes and stops the chariot. If he were to have taken the chariot in front of Duryodhana, he would have boiled. And he would not have waited for the conch to blow. He would have first shot the arrow before the war is announced. Finally, yes, we are ready. But Krishna knows the weakest point. The weakest link in a chain determines its strength. A chain may be very strong. One link is weak. That is the weakest point. It breaks there. So he knows which is going to break now. Arjuna, which place he is going to run away from the war field in the most emergence time. He wants to remove that error in the beginning itself. So he goes and parks the chariot in front of Drona and Bhishma, who has loved him most and given all types of support and knowledge without hiding anything from him. And one who nourished him, brought him up with all things what is needed for a champion of the world to be. And he has to fight against them. The Guru who taught the Shastra Vidya, the same Guru, he has to fight with the same arms what he has taught. There, in front of Grandsire and all elders, gurus, and all his own people, all are relatives, all are. Now he looks at them, oh, all these are going to die away. What for is this land for which I am fighting? I don't want, I will go away. I will do Bhiksha Vatana and I will live on that. I don't want, I will go away. He trembles. One whose very thought used to make the warriors tremble. Arjuna has come with his Gandiva means everybody will be shivering. And such Arjuna is shivering now and taken refuge at the feet of the Lord. So, in everyone's life, at one point, the God brings us all to that situation where we see darkness everywhere and no hopes. Sidanti mamagatrani mukhancha parishushati vepatuscha sharire me roma harshascha jayate gandhivam samsrite hastata tokchaiva parisayate. The same signs each one of will have one day or the other, in one life or the other, which brings us great transformation. So this moment that the Lord, when the total helpless condition comes and the soul is forced to surrender, then the light comes. This we have seen in the life of every saint who has struggled, fought, and succeeded in the end. So here in Bhagavad Gita, we see, beginning with the Atma Viveka, Atma Anatma Vichara, in the second chapter, it gives all the yogas, every information, whatever is necessary for a jiva to live and transcend is given there, with last ending Moksha Sannyasa Yoga in the 18th chapter. There the Tyaga, Moksha Sannyasa. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell whole Bhagavad Gita, what does it teach? Is Gita, 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 Tyagi, Tyagi, Tyagi. It will become 10 times if you repeat, it will become Tyagi, Tyagi. So it is, the message of the Gita is, O man, renounce everything for God. Love this world, love every jiva, serve to the maximum extent. You have come to this world which is anitya and asukha, asukam anityam asukam lokam, imam prapsya bhajasva mam. Having attained this, call upon me. Share all your grievances and joys with me. Bhajasva mam. Take me into confidence. Love, offer all your things, do all your duties perfectly. When we were in Chennai, one brahmachari wanted to not come to the office. He was looking after the office. He was a Keralite brahmachari who used to read Bhagavata every day. Most of the Bhagavata shlokas were in his mouth. He wanted not to come to the office this day because he wanted to read whole of Bhagavad Gita. And Tapasyanandaji Maharaj told, what are you telling? Today is the day when you should not miss any of your routine, any of your duties of life. All things you must do. You should have read it yesterday or day before. And Maharaj said, I finished everything before morning temple opens. I got up 3 o'clock, I finished Bhagavad Gita reading. Maharaj himself, Tapasyanandaji Maharaj, before 5. So, duty, most important part is, do your duties perfectly. Please God by doing your duties perfectly. A perfect disciplined life. Every moment so preciously and so perfectly maintained that God must be wondering, nature must be wondering, what a perfection in this life, what a perfection. We used to hear about Madhvanandaji, whom I had no opportunity to see, but exactly at 6 o'clock in the evening, his windows and doors would be closed. Everybody used to set their watches by seeing his closing the doors and windows. It is 6 o'clock. Every day that time, I saw in one of the devotees' house, uncle coming for food, exactly at 1 o'clock. Not even seconds difference, he is getting down the staircase. I stayed in their house for a few days. I was wondering. Night we used to sit and talk special things about God and spiritual life. So much mesmerizing. As soon as it is 10 o'clock, excuse me, I am going for rest. You simply get up and go. Exactly at 10 o'clock, 2 seconds. This is the perfection in life. This is discipline. So, to follow this discipline is most difficult thing. Otherwise, we will not be able to attain anything in our life. Everything, whole life is like a machine, it must be going towards God. So this is what Krishna expects in Bhagavad Gita. Absolute perfection in your work, duties, and offering it to Him. Offer that to me. Offer your senses, mind, body, whatever you do, whatever you pray, whatever you do yajna, all that you offer to me. Whatever you eat, whatever you enjoy, offer it to me. Whatever your sufferings come, you offer it to me. You are mine, don't forget. And once you depend upon me, it is I who take your responsibility and do all things. You have to be there as a nimitta only, an occasion in which I will be doing and you will be enjoying its fruit. So this is the main message of Bhagavad Gita, that to reach God, to realize God, and all virtues about Prakriti, Trigunatmika, Gunatraya Vibhaga, Gunatraya Atita also. All these, he has not omitted anything of the spiritual world, like Ramakrishna. He has given out all secrets of human existence and about the realities. If you read Bhagavad Gita, sit and read, you will see that all dimensions of human life, all aspects of life and existence, whole existence, universe, including Vishwarupa Darshana, the whole universe as manifestation of God, and God Himself, God in the form of universe. But there Sri Krishna doesn't show the Srishti part and the Sthiti part, Vinasha part. See, in the Prakriti nature, all things are happening. A child is taking birth and another is dying away, another is moving, there is existence, there is birth, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya is going on at everything, every object. But the moment a thing comes into existence, it is moving towards its end. All things, whatever you see, it is moving towards destruction. A small newborn baby, full of health and energy, you cannot even imagine it. So within a year it will be running about here, there. Where is it running? Towards death. A day will come. Every day the child's countdown has begun. A sofa was made, its countdown has begun the moment it came into existence. So whatever you see within the universe, within your mind, your body, your senses, whatever you possess as your existence, other than God and Atman, all are perishable, all are moving towards destruction. So universe, slowly everything moving towards destruction. That picture he brings in front of the Arjuna to make him do his duty as a Kshatriya. He is trying to run away, becoming Brahmin. He says, no, you cannot, you have no right to beg and live. You have to rule and live. You are not come to that state in which your ecstatic state of love is making you unable to work. You are afraid and running away. You can't. So all these things we see in Bhagavad Gita, it's a unique thing. All virtues, all values, all ideals, all spiritual path, all paths, all yogas, and how to convert life into yoga is also given. Sukha comes, all right, turn it to God. Dukkha comes, turn it to God. Convert into, first Arjuna Vishad Yoga. Arjuna Vishada, he is immersed in the Shoka Moha, and that he is converting into a yoga to go approach God and surrender to God. So this is what we see in Bhagavad Gita, and it is a complete, just like Krishna is called the Purnavatara, this is Purnavatara of all scriptures, essence of all scriptures. Whatever is there regarding man, his attainments, his release, his bondage, everything, nothing has been omitted. So this to bring to our mind is and to bring into our life, most important part is to study it properly, absorb it, bring it, make it manifest in your life. Once to Prabhu Maharaj, somebody, when a brahmachari asked, which, not books, which part of Bhagavad Gita we have to, we need in our life for realizing God. Which shloka, which are the important shlokas in Bhagavad Gita? Maharaj said, take any one shloka and put in your life, you will realize God. So, that is the Bhagavad Gita. So, today we will end. Om Niranjanam Nityamananta Rupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.